What's up, everyone? So IEX Cloud just released their new API. It's called Apperate, and this is for stock market financial data. If you would like to know how to make a bot command utilizing this new API, this video is for you. It just was released today, and I will link the link to the documentation in the description below, which is a very good explanation of how to use this. It's very, very intuitive. I'm going to be using Python and this snake module to show you how to write a bot command. We're going to be utilizing the core estimates endpoint from IEX Cloud. So as far as the response, this is what your response is going to look like when you call this core data set. And the makeup of your request URL is going to be a little different than what you're used to if you've been using IEX Cloud in the past. So basically the base URL is workspace.iexcloud/v1/data/core for your core data. And after the core, you're going to want to put core_estimates, which is the data set we're going to be working with specifically. And then after that, you can define a symbol if you would like to hone down on a specific ticker. If not, it will just print you the latest one that it has recorded from the API database. So once you got the stuff put in and your key, of course, that you will be given, then you just put after your ticker is selected, then you just do a question mark, token equals, and then your API token. So what we're going to do is we're going to write a bot command utilizing this snake module, and we're going to do that right now. So I'm going to paste the URL into Visual Studio Code, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to write my bot command. Now I'm going to assume that you have some background in Discord Pi or DiskSnakePi or Python in general. So I'm just going to go over this very quickly and show you how to do this with a / command utilizing the consensus estimate endpoint. So let's get started. As always, at bot.command, at bot./command, and then we're going to async def our command name, which is just going to be core_estimates. And then as our keyword arguments or our arguments, we're going to do enter dissnake.app cmd enter with capital C, capital I. And then we're going to do symbol, and then I actually have a autocomplete set up that will help my members in Discord find the tickers they're looking for just by inputting numbers. That's what you see down here. These are members currently right now using the autocomp. So what I'm going to do here is just define my autocomp. And if you didn't have an autocomp set up, you could simply just say stock, right? And then colon it off, and you're good to go. But we're going to do stock :string equals commands dot capital P param autocomplete equals ticker_autocomp, which I am importing from another file in my bot folder, and I have imported it up here at the top, right here, ticker autocomp from my helpers folder. So let's go back to core estimates. Okay, so the first thing I like to do in case this stuff takes a little bit longer than 3 seconds is I like to await it. First line of code underneath the definition of the command. Await enter.response.defer, and then with message equals true. And then, I misspelled response. Perfect. Okay, so now if it takes longer than 3 seconds, it's not going to flag an error. So now we're going to define our REST URL, or our request URL, as r equals requests.get. And then we're going to f string this off. URL equals f. Close it off with quotes and parentheses. Now we have defined our link. Now there's one more thing we got to do. This apple here, I'm going to change this to the ticker variable that I named in the command definition. So we're going to do ticker just like that. And now the next thing to do is d equals r.json to convert it to JSON. And then now all we got to do is go back to our request URL and just what I like to do, and you can do this individually, but what I like to do is I like to copy all this, take it over to Excel, paste it, and then you can delimit this by going to Data, Text to Columns, Delimited, set it as Other, and put a colon, and then hit Finish, and then you can just go ahead and erase column B, and you have your stuff right here that you need to define from the request URL. So I'm going to paste this somewhere in the middle. And what I like to do is, you just define them out. Analyst, or let's do count equals consensus date equals, and then consensus equals target price equals symbol equals, we don't need the ID or the key or the sub key. I'm going to go ahead and delete those. Shift these up. Date equals date, and updated equals updated. Now, what else could we do? Well, we have to add the square brackets around this. I can insert a column here, and then I can do index, index, and just copy this all the way down. And then here, just do a bracket, copy it all the way down. And then now my code is written out. Perfect. So we're going to go ahead and define index equals D0, because it's always going to be the very first index that's returned. Go back to Excel, copy all this shit, paste it right back, just like that. Highlight the blanks if you want, hit Control F, and then replace with nothing. And we just defined the whole thing very, very quickly. So now all we got to do is define our embed. So em equals dissnake.capital E embed, title equals f string, quotes. We're going to do core estimates for, and then we're going to just put ticker, which is the ticker that we called originally. And for the description, I'm going to put the date. We're going to do the symbol, and then we're going to do updated, and then we're going to define the updated variable. So there we go. And I like to put these variable names in asterisks. That way they show up bold for the Discord members. And we have our embed. So I'm going to go ahead and set the color. Color equals dissnake.capital C. Color, it's spelled C-O-L-O-U-R in dissnake. I believe it takes the normal spelling as well. We're going to do, let's do dark magenta. All right. Next, we just got to add some fields. So em.add underscore field, name equals, and then do quotes, value equals, and then do quotes. And then I like to leave these blank at first because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fields that we're going to use. Actually, I'll take that back. 4 fields that we're going to use. And all we do here is we put analyst count, value equals count. And don't forget to F string these off, otherwise it will throw an error. Forgot to do that. So F, F, F. This one here is going to be consensus date, and then value is consensus date. How easy is that? Next we have consensus, price, and then consensus. Next we have target price, value equals target price. And we're basically done because we have the date, we have the symbol, we have the date it was updated, we have the account of analysts, we have the consensus date, or the date that this was decided, we have the consensus price, and we have the target price. And I believe that's it. So now all we got to do is we have to await enter dot edit, because remember we deferred our first message here, so we're gonna have to edit underscore original message, and then em bed for embed equals em. And I also like to attach this to another command that I have in the Discord to help members learn different aspects of the market. So I like to put view equals start view, which is a custom view that I've created, and I will run this now, and this should pull this data parsed and converted in a nice embed to the Discord. So let's go ahead and do that now. Okay, so we're on and running. Let's go ahead and go here, and we're going to call this command core estimates. Ticker, this is the autocomplete. Like if I type G, it responds with a bunch of messages that I can choose from. We're going to do GME just for fun. Let's see what happens. There you go. That's how easy it is. So we can see that the core estimates for GameStop, we have GME updated. Oh, the date is returned in Okay, not okay. I'm gonna take the updated out, but you get the idea. You see how easy that was. It took about what, 7 minutes. We have 6 analyst counts. The consensus date is pretty out of date. Consensus price is -40, and the target price is 1592. So that's how to get data from IEX Cloud to Discord. Another example of this is you do fundamental valuations. AMD, this is another example of one of their core data points. And this one's pretty dope because it has 5 pages of earnings data that you can set up. How about that? Oh, and the core application I was talking about, these buttons that are attached down underneath this consensus price here, they come from this start view that I defined in this code. And what this is a giant application with a bunch of stuff on it that explains option Greeks, delta, gamma, rho, theta, vega. You got your options education, tops options list, 8 conditions of the list, how to access and use options list on Webull. You have your options paper trading tutorial with 5 different pages on how to use it with embeds and all kinds of crazy shit. Love it. So anyways, that is how to get IEX Cloud data, and I hope you enjoyed this one.